Shut up and sit down.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another Red Out podcast. I am Devin, one half of your duo. Jake is unable to do this tonight, so this is going to be a quick updated episode. Since we missed last week, we didn't record with Christmas and everything coming up. I'm doing a little update and we'll hopefully be back Friday with a full episode for you all to listen to. We took a break for Christmas because, honestly, everything's just so hectic during the week of Christmas for us with work and doing this. Obviously, not being paid to do this, we have to make priorities. And obviously, I am a procrastinator and don't wrap Christmas presents or get Christmas presents in a timely manner. So that's what most of my time was spent on. So let's go ahead and jump into Lady Topper basketball. Lady Toppers played Stetson. They beat them 66-58. They also played Toledo, beat them 70-56, and lost to Ball State 93-81. And hold on, premature. Excuse me in case I belch. Apologize, guys. Crap. There we go. It's off. Sorry, I had a little background noise there. Ball State is going to be was the test for the Hilltoppers, and they were actually in a 7-game win streak there and lost that game. It happens. They had to have that big test come in, and sadly, they did lose to Ball State. They will play Lee University next. Lee University, I can't find any information on them, so if you all know anything about Lee University, be sure to comment down below and let us know what you know, because honestly, I don't even know where they're from. Men's basketball plays Indiana State, or they played Indiana State, excuse me, and without Larry Bird, Western won 81-65. Of course, Larry Bird now I don't think would help at all, but back in the day, obviously, Larry Bird played for Indiana State. Big shocker, I know, to a lot of you, but he did start his duel with Michael Jordan with Indiana State gear on. Western lost to Belmont. Big shocker there. I was extremely, shocked about that. Western lost 75-72 to Belmont. That's a real close game. Belmont had this freaky luck thing happen and shot 14 three-pointers to put them ahead of Western. Okay, I want to do the math real quick. Let's see, 14 threes. That's 42 points. 42 points. And it's like, good gosh, guys. I mean, A, you got to get somebody in their face if it wasn't covered. And B, something's going on there. These guys are freaks. And then, of course, Western did beat Austin Peay 72-55. They will play La Tech, and that is on the 28th, I believe. Yes, sorry. Trying to get the internet to cooperate, which is impossible, just so you know. There is no net neutrality in my house. It is all sucky. Sucky net. There's no equality here. 12:28, 8 p.m. And the Lady Tops play on the 29th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. That's just from memory because I've already recorded the show once tonight, and I didn't like how I did it because I started rambling about Christmas. So, bracket challenge. Jake and I are doing the bracket challenge, and I think it's about 40 games we've picked out. And looks like Jake is leading the bracket challenge by 1. Yes, I know. I got to win this. Okay, guys, just letting you know. Just me and you all talking here. I got to beat Jake just because I played football. I was around football for several years, and if I lose to him, I will never hear the end of this. It'll be one of those things that I'm going to have to say in the intro. Jake is the king of the world and blah, blah, blah. Excuse me. It's the sweetness. So, he's winning so far. There's still several games left. 23 games left. So, I'm expecting to put Jake down, hopefully soon, and just leave him behind. I'm going to sneeze. I'm so sorry about that. Oh. I do not have a cough button. Oh, yeah, sweetheart. My puppy's going to check on me. Go away. Go lay down, sweetheart. So, with the bowl game, obviously, Jake and I both missed the Western Georgia State game. Thank you, Chloe, for shaking right in the recorder. We both missed the Georgia State game because, obviously, we're going to pick the tops. Always tops on top. Very disappointing. And it's the first losing season since 2010 when Coach Taggart first came to the Hill and snapped the 27-game losing streak. So there you go. There's that. And also, Coach Sanford's disappointed. If I was in his shoes, I'd be very disappointed. And of course, as Todd Stewart said, that expectations are going to be very high. Well, obviously. We've gone from 2011 through this year, 6 years, basically, and had winning seasons every year. So, what do you expect us to do? We have a standard here at Western that has been held up for 6 years. So, we have to try and maintain that. Excuse me, man. I'm sorry, guys. This cold is awful. It's kicking my butt tonight. But we have to stand up and endure what's going to happen in the next few years, because Coach Sanford has a 4-year contract with a base salary of $800,000 with an initial buyout of $1.5 million. That decreases by $300,000 each year. In layman's terms, basically, if we're going to get him out of here, we got to pay $1.5 million. And unless people of Bowling Green and the Western Kentucky fans start passing the collection plate, that's not going to happen. So, basically, guys, we're going to endure what's going on here, and we are going to have to see where Western goes from here. Obviously, when Coach Taggart came in, he had a certain way he wanted to do things, and it was developing personnel around people that he had not recruited with people he is recruiting. So you've got to work with what you've got, and I don't think we did that. And of course, we didn't have a lot of the personnel that Mike White was used to, and I cite my again and again, his muscle memory was there for Taywan Taylor, and it just doesn't happen. We had a lot of good receivers this year, and once we figured out we got a flow developed with our receivers, and once it was kind of good in the season, we did great. But there for a while, we struggled. And once people figured out, hey, all we got to do is stop the pass, and we stopped them, we lost 5 of the last 6 games of the season. So it is what it is, guys. We've just got to get going. Hopefully Coach Sanford sees that this is not working, and we develop something other than a one-sided offense. So we'll just have to see how things work out here. Going to kind of move real quick tonight. Yeah, and of course, one of his quotes is, "As I sit here, if we jump the gun based on a disappointing season or disappointing parts of the season, all we do is make coaching changes." Obviously. What else is there to do for an AD? Oh, so sorry. They lost against Georgia State. That was a disappointing game. They're Sunbelt, which is a lower tier conference, obviously, because that's where Western just came from. And let me say this, guys. There was a lot of teams from the Conference USA that lost to Sunbelt teams. Ergo, Troy, North Texas. Which, by the way, I called that. That's on my bracket. No, I did not call that. I bet on North Texas. Duh. Sorry about that. Now, Troy beat North Texas by like 50 to something. 50 to 20 something. I mean, first off, I've been preaching this all year, but Conference USA West is such a BS schedule. It is so buffed. Like, anytime you look at these guys, which I should have known before I put this down, but when these guys are coming out of Conference USA and playing actual teams in the East, which is super competitive, just so you know, when you come out and you're playing teams from the East, and the teams from the East are whooping you, and you're actually like, I think North Texas was like top of the line, and they played FAU and got smacked hard. That just shows you that how awful they are. But at the same time, it's part of it. It's part of the game. So we're going to continue moving forward as a team, and in the conference, we'll see how things go. Sorry about that. Hope y'all aren't hearing bells. Okay, I'm done. Sorry about that. So also, I got one last thing. Jake and I are huge Star Wars fans, and hopefully going to start another podcast at the beginning of the year. Still working on a name. Kind of thinking Geek Out, but y'all let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm going to let my little dude, the Porg, Peter Porg, I'm going to call him Peter, he's going to take over real quick. So that was basically him wishing y'all Merry Christmas, and hopefully y'all enjoyed the Last Jedi. I can say that Jake and I both enjoyed it. It's probably at least out of all of them, my second favorite Star Wars movie. It's obviously my most favorite of the newest ones, but we'll just go from there. Obviously, the prequels don't count because Christian Haydenson is awful. The only saving grace for the prequels is the Revenge of the Sith, but that's just because Darth Vader goes to the dark side. Sorry, guys. Love to see those kind of stuff. I mean, it's like, where did he come from kind of stories. But the other two prequels, God, those are awful. Those are worse than Empire for me, and I hate Empire. As you can hear, my puppy is squeaking her toy in the background. It's the sweet stuff. And I'm going to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And again, hopefully we'll be back Friday. If not, we will have an episode up Friday. I will try and get one up. If it's me and Logan or me and Jake, we'll get something up for you guys. And we'll get a little more in depth with some of the stuff we talked about. And if you would, again, as always, like and subscribe on YouTube, because your support helps keep this channel going. We have thousands of listeners every day, and we just need y'all to smash the like button so we know what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear. So smash it up. Guys, we are on iTunes as well, so you will automatically get downloads, so you don't have to go looking for it. Just subscribe to our iTunes. It is read out, same as this. And we're on Twitter. You can hear Jake's opinions and squabbles, as he frequently gets into them, which is fine, daily at Redout 1906, because that's when the university was founded. Or it actually became Western Kentucky University. Yeah, obviously, I created the name. Don't know what gave that away. But if you have anything you want to talk about, shoot us email, WKURedout@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you and let you know. So if you guys would, as always, Topper Nation, we love you guys. Keep subscribing, keep supporting, and always remember, Red Out.